Hey everybody, it's Amanda again. This is going to be our second live video today. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that I can reach as many people as possible and let them know that my group is closing tonight, and if they would like to learn to paint these kinds of things, then this is the perfect time for you to join. So we're going to do a mixed media pumpkin. And when I say mixed media, all that means is it's more than just paint. So I'm going to be using some polka dot tissue paper and some of the same paint colors that we used this morning when I was doing the little fox with the pumpkins. Hi Robin and Kim. So if you know somebody who enjoys painting or you think would enjoy painting, if you don't mind, please share this with them. You could tag them in a comment, or you could just share this to your own page, and that way you can come back to it and learn at your own pace. Okay, so I'm going to start with just putting down an idea. I'm not sure, my camera is acting all crazy again. If I can get it to focus. Okay. It never gives me this kind of trouble, of course, on a day when I want to use it the most. It doesn't want me to use it. Okay, we got a focus there, so maybe it'll stay or not. I don't know. It's having trouble. Just be still. Then it tries to focus. So what I think I want to do is have something like a pumpkin here in the middle and have some flowers around it. And I want my pumpkin to be made of mostly tissue paper, but I want to have a color beneath this white tissue paper because it's going to show through a little bit. And you guys, I don't know if this camera is going to allow me to do this or not. It's making me so mad. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, let's go and try. If I keep something right here, maybe it'll. Chill out a little bit. Okay, I want to put my horizon line back here. We're going to have our pumpkin right here. And I think I'm going to do a few flowers. So I'm just going to kind of sketch them out a little bit over here like this. Of course, I got to have a stem for my pumpkin too. All right. So I want my pumpkin to be this pretty mint color right here. So I'm going to take it and just smear it on there. can still kind of see those separation lines, but they're not all that visible. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to put tissue paper over it anyway. And I'm going to use my little heat tool and dry it. And I'm going to work on my background a little bit while this dries some more. So I'm going to use these oranges that we use for our fox. You guys, this camera is driving me nuts. Okay. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Okay. So these are 3 different colors. There's a deep orange and a really bright tangerine color and some white. I'm going to put that in for my background here. And I'm going to add some more white. So far I've just used paint, but we're going to add some different details to this pumpkin with the tissue paper that I picked out. Get all these edges. I'm going to have to use my finger to get around the edge right there. And I'll go back and do the outside edges of my canvas later. But when I'm working on something like this, I usually just do the top part, and then I go back and add the color on the side. Sometimes I just use black, sometimes I use brown, or sometimes I carry whatever color is in this background over onto the sides too. Let's see. That's still a little sticky. So let me go ahead and put some brown down here. Still got a little bit of orange on my palette knife, but I don't mind that being in with this a little bit. See if I can see your comments. Hi, Beth. and Cheryl and Andrea. Yes, this is acrylic paint. This is just like craft paint that I'm using for this one. Okay, so here's where the mixed media portion is going to come in. I'm just going to tear off some pieces of this tissue paper. And when we put it down, you have to tear that apart too. See, it's going to pick up the color underneath a little bit too. What I'm going to use to put it down with, you can use Mod Podge, but I'm going to use, this is Matte Gel Medium by Liquitex. And I'm just going to put it all over this instead of trying to put it on the back of that tissue paper, because it is really hard to put gel medium on the back of tissue paper. It's easier just to put it down on the area where you want it to go and then lay the tissue on top. And I'm not going to cover the whole pumpkin in the tissue paper, just portions of it. It'll make more sense once I start. Okay, so here's the first piece. See how you can still see the mint color because it's the white tissue paper. And it also gives it some extra texture because it wrinkles up a little bit. And I'm going to go back and put some black down here too. Okay, so while that dries a little bit, I'm going to take some black paint and put in some shadows and things down here to pull the black polka dot into the rest of the painting. Okay. Now I'm going to work on these flowers over here. Got to decide what color I think would look best, and I think, I don't know, what color do you all think? Maybe a pink, or, well, I'm afraid a pink's not going to show up very well. Hmm. May do something more like leaves rather than flowers over here. And then I can do something like in a pretty yellow color. Yeah, everybody's saying same thing, yellow or yellow orange. So let's go with that. I could do sunflowers. I think I will. That would be cute. Okay, I'm going to do sunflowers. I'm almost out of that paint. But I need to do a little bit of work to my pumpkin before I add the flowers. Oh, somebody said maybe some cotton. That's a good idea. That could be, now I don't know which way I want to go with this. That is a good idea. So I'm gonna just lightly pull in with some brown and make some lines here. You could make your design on your pumpkin any kind of scrapbook paper or tissue paper that you have. Anything like that would work. Even newspaper, you can put that down. I need some extra white. I'm running out of places on my little palette here to put stuff. Okay. Let me work on this just a little bit right here. And I want my light to come from this direction, so I'm going to lighten up some spots on the side of this pumpkin right here. Make it a little bit lighter right here. Let's do some sunflowers. I think they'll show up really well. I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit, or I'm actually going to use my heat tool to do it a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little bit more something to this pumpkin, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with this. It's a little bit brighter. There we go. What color is this? It's called Patina. Just feel like it needs a little bit something else. I like that better. And I think I need to put a little bit more black. And some spots up here. Maybe in a few spots down here. and inside these sunflower middles. Okay, now I'm going to brighten up my sunflowers with this bright yellow. Got a little too much. Okay, I'm going to check your comments. Barbara says add a word or two. Yeah, it's got room for some words. Thank you, Sharon. Roseanne's asking what I add to my paint to thicken it. It depends on what kind of paint I'm using. Sometimes this folk art brand is thick enough that I don't have to add anything to it. And the Liquitex heavy bodied paint I don't have to add anything to. But if it is something that is kind of runny, then I add this Liquitex matte gel medium, and it will thicken it up enough that I can add it to my paintings with my palette knife, and it'll stay on my palette knife. Try to pick up some of this mint color and put it in a little bit the flowers, but I don't think it's going to let me. I do think I'm going to use, I just feel like it needs a little something else. I'm not sure. Oh, you guys are giving me ideas. Some vine in black. A black cat. Let's see. I don't want to add too much more because I kind of like how simple it is. I really like the way it looks. If you can tell, it looks like it's brighter on this side than it is on that side. And with this shadowing down here and just making this side of the pumpkin a little bit lighter with some white, it really helps that to stand out and look like that. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I add anything else? I could put a little sunflower up here. I think that's what I'll do. Let's try that. I'll just add a small one. Jamie said maybe some cute bunting in the background, like it's hanging as decor. And some people are saying no, leave it like it is, but I've already started on this little flower. But it's just a tiny one. You totally could do something like you just take your tissue paper and lay it across in little triangles. They're not going to be exactly the same size when I try to make them, but you could do something like that across here. Make like a fun little banner. That one's too big. Maybe I just need to turn it another way. So you could do that, and then you can just add your I'm gonna do that. That looks cute. with the tissue paper, it's going to be kind of hard to get it to lay flat, but it's a flag, right? So it's supposed to be a little bit wavy. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe my fingers off a little bit. I can just take the side of my palette knife and put it down in my black paint and run it across the top of that. And then kind of outline each one. And that gives you the look of a little banner. And I can definitely I could stamp some words on here somewhere, probably over here if I wanted to. Or if you scanned it or took a picture of it yourself and put it in if you were painting your own and you are good with digital art, you could scan it or put a picture of it in some kind of photo editor and add words to it that way. Something like Pick Monkey, you can do that. And then you could print it out and change the words on it if you wanted to. But I got black paint everywhere. But that was lots of fun. And gave you a little taste of what it's like to create a mixed media piece. So if you guys enjoyed this, then I know that you would enjoy our creative community group. And we do things like this every Friday. And if you know somebody who's crafty or likes to do things like this, please share this with them. Hi, Marlena. Yeah, Jamie, thanks for giving me the idea for the bunting. Deborah says put a few tiny curlies on the banner strings. Yeah, I could do that. I'd have to use a brush, though. It's hard to do curls with a palette knife. It was lots of fun. I appreciate you all being here. And I'm going to put my initials on this one and call it done. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.